Welcome back children to second part of chapter number 4 keyboard. Previously what did we learn? We learnt about what a keyboard is, how does it look like, right? What are the features of it, what keys are there. We learnt about certain keys like the caps lock key, like the alphabetic keys, like the numeric keys, right? Today we will be moving forward and see what will happen next, okay? What will we learn next? Special keys. Now in special keys, what do we understand by special keys? Keys which have some special functions. Okay, so what does it say? The keyboard also has some special keys. The keys have little words on them. Okay, so very little words are written there, which means something. Okay, so what are they? Let us go forward and see what these are. Look at the keyboard. Find the longest key. Okay, can you see the longest key which is down below? Okay, that is the longest key. Now what is this? This is the space bar. It is used to make spaces. Alright, find the key that has what? This space bar, children. Can you see? Once again I am telling you, see the longest key which is in the last row, that is called the space bar. We need to keep some space in between two words. So by pressing this space bar, we will be getting that particular space, that gap in between two words. Okay. Now this is the enter key. Okay, can we see the enter key again? There is one shift key which is highlighted in yellow. The key on top of the shift key is the enter key. Little bigger than the shift key is enter key. Find the shift keys. Okay, so what is the book asking you? Book is asking you to find the shift key, the enter key, the space bar, right? Now all these things are in your keyboard if you see it very, very carefully. What is this shift key used for? The shift keys make capital or uppercase letters. So when we start a sentence, all of you know we begin with a capital letter. So how can we use capital letter? With the help of the shift key or the caps lock. Okay, on the left hand side we can see one caps lock which is highlighted with yellow color box. Okay, that is the caps lock. These two keys are used for capital letter. Write your name in small or lowercase letters. So when you do not use these keys, it automatically comes in what? In small letters. Caps lock. Okay, I already told you about what caps lock is. It is used to type the capital letters. Shift key. Okay, this is only shift key actually, and we have two shift keys in the keyboard. It is used to type the characters printed at the top of the keys having two characters. Okay, so what is it done? It is used to type the characters printed at the top of the keys. Okay, when something is, if you see your keys very, very carefully, children, okay, you have a semicolon. Over that you have what? A small inverted comma kind of a thing. Okay, so these things are there in every key. You can see keys at the lower level and keys at the higher level. Okay, now delete key. What is delete key? When you have written something wrong and you want to erase it off, okay, you want to remove it, we use the delete key. We press it. So it is used to delete a single character typed at the position of the cursor. Backspace key. What is that? It is used to delete a single character typed at the left hand of the cursor. Okay, so delete is also used for deleting, means erasing, and backspace is also used for erasing a single character. Okay, but backspace only when the cursor is on the left hand side, right? So if the cursor is on the right hand side and I want to delete something on the left hand side, I will press the backspace key. If my cursor is on the left hand side and I want to delete something on the right side, I will press the delete key. Okay, so these two keys are used for deleting. Next we go to insert key. It is used to insert a character between two characters. If I have missed out something, what will I do? I'll press the insert key and I will put that particular character in between the two characters that I have missed out. Next comes the enter key. What is it? It is used to move to the next line, right? I have written one line. I feel I should begin a new paragraph or a new line. Okay, what will I do? I'll press the enter key. That very moment my cursor will come down and it will start blinking. Moment it starts blinking, what will happen? I can start writing from the next line. Now can you see your keyboard actually? And the colored fingers, the nails, what are they? You can see some red color, blue color, purple, yellow, white. Okay, different colors are there on different nails. What is this for? This is for using those fingers on those particular letters on the keyboard. You must know where to place your hands, right? And how will you know that? We always have to make sure that our hands are placed in the middle row of the alphabetic keys, that is A, S, D, F, G, H. Okay, that side semicolon L, K, J. Clear? Now, let us see what your book has to say. We all know that the keyboard, we all know about the keyboard. We use it to type the numbers or words. It has keys which have alphabets, numbers and some symbols on them. We must know how to use these keys. We should use both our hands on the keyboard. Put both your hands on the middle line of alphabet keys, like I said, that is A, S, D, F and L, K, J. Okay, there is one semicolon which is missing, so your little finger on the right hand side presses the semicolon and then followed by the ring finger L, followed by the middle finger K, followed by the index finger J. Okay, and the thumb, children, always your right hand thumb is used for the space bar. Okay. Next, try typing the following with both your hands. Now you have to practice. Okay, after teaching you how to use your fingers by placing them in the middle row of the alphabetic keys. Okay, you have to try typing these things that is mentioned here: AF, ADS, A space, FAD space, FA space, SAD space, right? I will not read the entire thing for you. What you will do is sit on the computer, right? Place your hands on the keyboard properly and then try typing these things, when you have to use space, when you don't have to use space, etc, etc. Now for the above line, what will you do? Your left hand is used when you type A with the little finger, type S with ring, type D with middle and T with the index finger. Clear? So like I said, there are two activities given here. First one, AF space ADS space A space FAD followed by so on and so forth. And the next which says ASK now space FLASKS, okay, followed by so on and so forth. So you will just see and type very slowly, okay, on how these things are moving and how you'll use your fingers. You are learning only to use your fingers, children. Okay, it tells you which finger will you place where. Okay, semicolon, comma, L, K, J, everything. Clear? Now the space in between the letters can be given by pressing the space bar with one of your thumbs, preferably right? Preferably means it only has to be right hand's thumb. Clear? For the space bar. Now children, keep on practicing. So many letters and space and everything is given, like flask, glass, flag, faga, gap, sash, salad. Okay, keep on typing this and keep on practicing. Now you must have noticed that in the above line, two more letters G and H are added. G has to be typed with the left hand and the same finger as T. IT has to be typed with the right hand and the same finger as J. Remember that while typing any of the letters, you should not lift your hand completely. Otherwise, what will happen, children? You will lose a track of where your fingers were. Okay, so till the time you don't learn completely, do not lift your fingers. It has to be there. Okay, but without pressing. Just keep it lightly out there. Again, they have asked you to type. Okay, something GAWS space RTSE space tree, then semicolon, right? Semicolon with your, I told you what, children, with your little finger on the right hand. Okay. By now, what have we learned? With this, we come to the end of the chapter. Okay, so it is more about practicing in this session. You will just learn to place your fingers on the keyboards in the proper place, and will you practice it again and again. Clear? So till now, what have we learned? The keyboard is an input device. It has many buttons called keys. Secondly, the keys on which numbers are printed are called numeric keys. The second set of keys is placed towards the right side of the keyboard are called the numbers pad. The keys on which English alphabets are printed are called the alphabetic keys. Function keys are used for a certain assigned work. Edit keys are used when you are typing text on the keyboard and while editing the text typed. Cursor control keys are used to move the cursor in any four directions on the screen. They are also known as arrow keys. The longest key is the space bar that is used to give blank space. Enter key is used to permit the words and numbers to go into the CPU, that is the system unit, or we call it the central processing unit. The shift keys make capital or uppercase letters. Caps lock key is used to type the capital letters. Shift key is used to type the characters printed at the top of the keys having two characters. Delete key is used to delete a single character typed at the position of the cursor. and backspace key is used to delete a single character typed at the left of the cursor. Insert key is used to insert a character between two characters. And lastly, enter key is used to move to the next line. Alright, so with this children, we come to the end of it. Read these again and practice again and again so that you actually take a feel of the keyboard. You should be feeling the keyboard with your fingers. Now, what are the keywords that we have learned? Enter, function, backspace, spacebar, shift, caps lock, insert and delete. Alright children, I hope you have understood the entire thing. For now, thank you so much.